In this video I will show you how to animate an object in Unity. So I have this scene, so it's from assets that I downloaded. The house is from the asset store, and this drone I forgot on what website I found it. So I will animate this drone. So you will see it's very simple. If you are already an animator, you should not have any problem. So first we will need to open the animation panel. So we go in Window, Animation, and Animation. So this is where we will animate our object. This panel I will put it here. Usually we prefer to work like that with this layout. So I will animate this drone. So this drone is in a group. In this group there are different objects, but this is the full object, full group that I will animate. So I select it, and now I need just to click here to create an animation. So what he will do, he will open the Windows Explorer, and he will ask me where I want to save this animation. So it's always the same principle in Unity: a texture, a material, an animation, a model. They will all be a file. Okay, so the good point is this animation later you can apply it to any other object, even in another project. So here I'm going to create a folder where I will put my animations. I go in this folder and I will call it drone. Okay, so now you see we have our keys, not the keys but the frames. So now I need to tell to Unity what do I want to animate. So by default you see in the list in the left there is nothing. So now I need to decide what I want to animate. I can animate everything, so but we will make it simple. I will animate the position. I go back to add property and I will animate the rotation. So I just click on the plus here and that's done. So by default we are between 0 and 60, so we are in frames, and he created two keys, one at the beginning, one at the end, with the current position. Okay, so let's speak a little bit about the interface. First we are here with a dop sheet. Later we will see the curve editor. Here this is when you will want to create your key. You could use this auto key system like in Maya. So when it's on, you see everything is red, and you can see here this position and rotation, which on my key will be also red. Okay, you have here first frame, last frame of your animation, previous keyframe, next keyframe, and you can play. So of course if I play here nothing is happening because we didn't modify these keys. So very important, if you click here you will see that he proposed to display here the number of the frames or the seconds. Okay, so that this is very important because for simple animation you could just say seconds. Okay, and then if you work at if you play of course your animation at 30, 90, 120 fps, it will adapt. Okay, but the animator of course prefer to use a frame. Okay, so here you work by frame, but very important, when you work using the frame you have to know what is your sample rate. So here usually when you animate in Maya you probably animate with 25, so in this case you can go to 25, but anyway you can pick anything after. When you will play, if your animation play not at 25 but at 60, it will adapt. Okay, but you as an animator you need to decide what you want. Okay, so for example, let's work with 25. Okay, so it means that here we are at 1 second of animation. Okay, it didn't move the frame here, so what I will do, I will create an animation perhaps of 10 seconds, so it means until the frame 250. Okay, and what I will do, I will take this key here, so if I select the top one, it will select all the key. Okay, so I can work individually with rotation, position, or all. Okay, so here this all, I will move it to 250. Okay, so now our animation is 10 seconds long. What else? When you want to zoom in, zoom out, this is with the middle key. So to move on the right, left, or to zoom, you just use the middle key. Of course, you have the scroll bar also here. To move, you saw here you can move to the next key, but actually, if you want to move from one frame to another frame, you can use on your keyboard comma and period. Okay, so you see here, this is my frame. I am at 14, 15, etc., etc. Okay, if you want to move to the next key, you use Alt and comma and period. Okay, so it will go to the next key. So now let's animate this drone. So what I want to do is the drone will start from far around here and will enter in this building. Okay, so I go of course to the frame 1, so frame 0, the first key. So to be sure, I can click here. I activate the automatic keyframing and I will start, so let's say here. Okay, after I will go here and modify the last key. Okay, so I will put him inside. So let's go inside and perhaps here in the corner. Okay, or even a bit higher here. And what I could do, I could also turn the robot, or actually go in this direction. It's not too bad. Perhaps I go to the first frame, and here I want him to watch in this direction. Of course, where is he going? Okay, so now you can see what will happen. Okay, so you just do it like that, or you can play and you will see your animation. Okay, so after, but you know how to work. I will create this in between because here is not at the good position, so I will be sure that he enter by the door. So at this frame, my timing is probably not great, huh? But it's not the point here. So here, if I check now, yeah, it works. So here, actually, at this position, I could also turn him, be sure he's watching in the good direction. Okay. So, and it's after that he should turn in the good position. Okay, so here I will even turn him more. Okay, so here, yeah, he start to turn. Okay, so I could, why not make him here, do a bit this position. Okay, so here that's done. We have our animation with not a great timing, but that I let you adjust. Okay, okay, so now what else can we do? But let's see with the curve editor, for example. Okay, so here I have my curve editor. If you want to scale, so here to move, middle mouse. Okay, if I want to scale, it's also middle mouse. If I use Alt Shift, it will scale. Okay, in one axis only. Okay, so let's go, I don't know, here where we have our keys. So I will just go to the next key, like this one. Okay, so here you have the same system that in any animation editor. You can select this key. You can click to the right to adjust a few things. First, you can of course delete the key. You can edit the key to change, for example, the timing or the value. For example, I could select these three keys, right click, edit the key. So I will say the value is, the timing, sorry, is 205. Okay, so yeah. After, when you edit the key, you can also, of course, work on the tangent. So put auto, free smooth, or flat. Okay, if I'm not happy with flat, I go back to auto. I can, of course, work with the tangent. I can also break the tangent. Okay, so here when it's broken, now I can select this one. And when you have your tangent, especially when they are broken, it will be interesting to, why not for the right tangent, I will weight it. Okay, so here, yeah, I can do this kind of effect. So here, nothing new. It's really like what you have in Maya. It's done with this animation. So again, you can play it from here. You see, when he will go to the last key, he will play back again your animation, okay? Because there is no key after. But then I need to show you something. So here the animation is finished. If I go now with the play mode, what you will have normally in your assignment, so he start, of course, the same animation. And here you see he restarted. So by default, he will loop this animation, which is good sometimes for some game, because we never know when the player will go in a room. So we always loop the animation. Okay, so if you don't want that, what you need to do, you need to go to the animation itself, not to the drone. Okay, so what I mean is you go in project, and here in the animation folder, you have your drone animation. Okay, so an animation file is always with this logo with a triangle with the 3 lines to show the movement. And here you see in the parameter of this animation, there is loop time. So you have to turn it off. Okay, so now when it's off, this animation is not looped. So when you assign it to any object, so here I assigned it, of course, to the drone. If I play again, normally when he finishes animation, he should stay inside the room at his last position. Okay, so you see now the animation will not restart. So this loop is very important in video game. So keep it in mind. Sometimes students forget how to loop or how to unloop. So this is not in the animation editor. Okay, this is in the animation file. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Thank you.